Ron DeSantis. He must think he has a chance, even though Mr. Trump will tell you, not even close, nobody has a chance, don't waste your time.
I wish I had a crystal ball. I mean, he has a lot of support behind him. The fact that
a lot of money.
A lot of money. That's why Elon Musk, that is really interesting that he's doing this kind of Twitter space with him.
Does that mean he's picking DeSantis, by the way?
He hasn't officially endorsed him. I was trying to look online. He hasn't officially endorsed him, but he's got, how many Twitter followers does he have? 140-something million. So a lot of exposure that DeSantis is going
Who
around.
has 140?
Elon Musk.
I would hope he does.
I would think so.
But I'm just
He's
saying,
got
like,
55 billion followers.
I feel like the Kardashians have more than that.
let me see what it says here. I was looking on before how many Twitter followers, 140 million. Musk's massive following, including his 140 million Twitter
He's
followers.
well connected at Twitter.
Yeah, you would think, right?
He knows someone on the
So
inside.
it's definitely an interesting way to launch, I would say. You know, I don't know.
But wait,
you can't have Trump policies without the man.
Does he have a blue check? Are we sure it's Elon Musk?
Yeah, he paid for it.
There was a parody, but wasn't Elon Musk
By the way,
parody?
he does
Yes.
say that the reason he wants people to pay for the blue check is part of verifying that somebody's legit, not a bot. Because if you have to show that you have a credit card, that sort of thing, at least that's one form of legitimacy.
That's what he
but
says.
go ahead, Rob.
No, look, as I mentioned before, I think it's a real interesting way. It's smart because if you can bring Elon Musk into the fold, not only is there a ton of money, but there's a ton of following. And I think that's really important because right now you got two big dogs. You got Trump, who has a huge following and money, but you also have DeSantis, who I guess would be the second horse in the race that people think could potentially win, given his record, but his ability to raise money, too. You've got some huge GOP donors.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got over $100 million. So he can go the distance. Now, if the other candidates decide to stay in longer and longer and longer, it's going to hurt DeSantis.
Yeah, and Lydia, you know, it's interesting also about the Twitter announcement for DeSantis. He knows full well that Donald Trump is no longer on Twitter and has said that he will no longer go on Twitter. He's relegated himself to his own platform, Truth Social, of course. DeSantis is playing some good strategy here.
He is, because he's trying to show he's the candidate of the future.
Exactly.
That we can't look backwards, that he has all the policies that Trump has without the baggage, and he's looking forward. But then you have on the other side of the aisle people, the MAGA supporters, that say you can't have the Trump policies without the man himself, Donald Trump.
Well, they also say that this is the criticism I hear behind closed doors, is he doesn't have the personality to pull this off. Yet I've seen he does a good job.
He often does a great job.
He does a good job. I think a lot of people like him.
But someone I know that actually works here says she sat next to him at a dinner for like 2 hours, and he didn't, Ron DeSantis, and he didn't speak a word to her. She thought he was very awkward, and any time that he is on, it's very forced. Whereas Donald Trump, I've interviewed him a few times because he's a New York staple, and I was a reporter here. He's charming. He is so charming and charismatic.
He doesn't forget a name.
Never.
Donald Trump knows somebody he met 40 years ago.
That's
once.
impressive.
No, it's very impressive. And DeSantis, that's the thing that we've heard, and I know that for a fact too. It's a little awkward. He's got that lawyerly
type.
Do
it, but I agree.
Exactly right.
He might be able to learn.
And you know what? When things happen, you can turn it on sometimes. It's part of it is acting.
And he has a good record.
He has
a good record.
point.
Yeah.
All
He
right.
does have a good record.